Hi there, this is Galen Martling. Today I am showing you step by step, close to real time, some watercoloring and also using watercolor along with pattern paper for card making. And this is a beautiful stamp by Unity Stamp Company. The name of the stamp is Have Faith, Love is All Around. And I'm pairing all of this with watercolor brush markers, and these are wonderful. They have a pack. These are Alta New, and there's a pack of different colors, and there's different packs with different themed colors. So this one is, I chose to just use 4 colors out of the pack, and the swatch on the right is just me trying to see how they go as they blend lighter. And then to the left of each color is when you add a brush with just water on it, just to the left of each color, you could see that it gets even lighter. And so there's ways to play around with this. I like to use a little palette tray to put color down. That is one way to control how much color and saturation you're going to get. So I like to, have dark and light sections. And so I can control that by just dabbing a wet brush into some of those colors, place it onto a section of the stamped image, like this butterfly and this flower, daisy flower. And so I just go ahead, you could see if you dab it in there, it concentrates to a very dark red, for instance, and the brown was a darker brown. But when I went in with a wet brush afterwards, you can move that color around. And the more water you get, sometimes the lighter the shade will be for blending purposes. And I like that. Without having to repeat too much of the watercolor, you can move it just by having a wet brush and moving that wet brush. And that's what I did here. And now sometimes you could take color away while it's still wet just by touching it with a paper towel or something to dab away some of the puddles maybe. And then heat set if you're going to go and you want to add some more and you don't want to wait for it to dry. So I heat set that layer, and now I'm going to go in with that brown again and just add more color. You can see mixed with the other shade of red, it does change color, and I like that. And so I wanted to still have that red definition on the edges, so I added more of the red, just ever so lightly. I also put it in the water and then dab off some of the saturation onto a paper towel, and then go over to blend out more without saturating it too much more with water. And it blends nicely. It blends those colors together, yet you could see the lighter shade of the butterfly towards the bottom and the darker shade at the top. The same with this flower. I went ahead and used just the yellow the way it was from the pen and the marker for the yellow part. And then now I'm going to make the daisy. It's going to be a very light shade of ivory, if you will, or a white that's very soft. But to start with, I'm just adding a little bit of color. I'm using that watered down brown color. I added most of the concentration in the center of the daisy there underneath the yellow, and then I blend it outward. Then I want to lighten it up, so I'm going to add some water. You'll see I'll go in with more water on the brush and then just wipe off some of that and then dab the color off onto a paper towel. And this way you still have a white daisy, but it's more of a natural color, very soft look. And that's on a white background, so it still shows up nicely. And I left the creases with color, darker color, just to mimic more of a natural look for a daisy. I hope you give that a try. I really like doing it this way. For the pens, you can go straight to the paper and then blend it out. But like I said, I like to have a little more control of it. I sometimes don't want such a dark shade, and you can get different shades with playing with it this way. Now I'm going to go and add splatters. I'm using Distress Paint Flip Top by Tim Holtz and Ranger. And I just use a regular paintbrush, watered down, and just tap that paintbrush. Then I heat set the splatters, and then I use a paper towel to go over and pick up excess water. That's what I did with the daisy also for the watercolor, just to make sure all the water the puddles were taken off. And then you heat set. So here's the beautiful pattern paper. There are lots of different designs in this set. I love it. It's like a mixed media type of paper pack, which is wonderful. I'm not really a mixed media artist, but these papers make it easy to make a mixed media style card. I guess I am a mixed media, but I like the watercolor and keep watercolor separate usually, but you can mix it with pattern papers here and get a really nice look, different themes and designs. And there you have it. I added a little die cut at the bottom and mix of papers, and it's all ready to give a nice encouragement, uplifting card. Thanks so much for watching. Take a moment to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.